Yeah, a lot has changed at Newcastle United since I took over. And a month ago we played Brighton at home and we beat them 3-2. Now we got 2 games against Aston Villa away and Norwich at home. And yeah, as I said, a lot has changed at the club. And some of it's good, some of it isn't. And a lot of it's a bit shocking. But, you know, that's what the series was about anyway. So, you do join me on the 20th of September 2016. Now, I've just played the EFL Cup game against Swansea. But I will announce that result in due time. But we're looking at the league, and I've dropped down to 8th. After the last episode, we were 6th. And just in the playoffs, and yeah, we're now 8th. And, well, it's been a bit indifferent, let's say that. So, before we go on to the results, there was a lot of transfer activity on deadline day. And some of it is a bit like, what the hell are you doing, Proudie? So, we got rid of 2 big players in the Newcastle team. Probably because I'm not really going to be playing them this season. So, the first one is Vernon Anita, and he's gone to Fiorentina for 9.75 million. I was going to be using him quite a bit this season, but then I realised I had John Joe Shelvey, and I had about 6 other midfielders, and I thought, well, there's no point in keeping Vernon Anita at the club if I don't need him. So I also did get rid of Jack Colback, and he went to Swansea for 9 million, and he only made 1 appearance for me, and that was the defeat against Bristol City. So at least he left his mark on the club this season. Yeah, I know he played before that, but I mean, like, I'm only talking about this season, because I'm actually manager this season. I don't know if people have noticed. So we're also going to move on to what is the most shocking transfer of the window. Yeah, Michael Essien has gone on loan to Turkey for the rest of the season. I know, he only played 1 game and he got sent off, and he's never going to be playing for me again for the rest of the season. And his contract's up at the end of the season as well. I mean, that makes perfect sense why I signed him. So yeah, I've signed James McLean from West Brom for 2.8 million. And I'm not actually sure why I've signed him. So I forgot until I signed him that James McLean did actually play for Sunderland quite a few years ago. So that's going to be fun for the fans. I meant having to support a Mackham. They are called Mackhams, right? But yeah, the other signing we made was Yusuf Malumbu for 5 million from Norwich. And, well, I think I've got quite a good bargain there. He's a 3.5-star current ability. He's going to obviously be fighting for his place because there's quite a few midfielders in the team. We've got Shelvey, Tiote, Diame as well. So, yeah, and Zogbia's in there. Evandro. So, now I've said all those players, I don't know why I've signed him. So moving on to the results, just after beating Brighton 3-2, we drew away 3-3 to Derby, and it was actually a very good game. I mean, they took the lead, then we equalised, they took the lead again, then we equalised, then they took the lead with 4 minutes left, and I was thinking, oh, here we go, another defeat on the road. I mean, we're never going to win an away game. And then Alexander Mitrovic, with 5 seconds left of the game, ended up making it 3-3. I mean, you just couldn't make it up. So we then played QPR away, and we finally achieved our first win of the season. And Dwight Gale scored a hat-trick. I mean, how does this make sense? I mean, this is Football Manager, so it doesn't really make sense. But how does that make sense? So I did say to the players just before the game that our home form has been superb, so let's do it for the fans. And then they repaid me by going 4-1 down at half time. You know, thankfully we didn't concede in the second half, but I mean, why? And then probably the shock result of them all is that Jack Colback, Swansea, and he did actually play against me as well, lost 3-1 to my Newcastle team at home in the EFL Cup. And I'm actually quite excited to see who we get in the next round. I mean, I haven't actually done the draw yet. But I'm hoping we get someone big. Yeah, so we've got Blackburn at home, which I'm actually going to take. I mean, we could go quite far in this competition. Cue a 5-0 defeat now. Well, the team that we're going to be playing against, Aston Villa, playing a familiar 4-2-3-1 formation. And Matt Sells, obviously, is our first choice goalkeeper. He stays in goal. So Dummett, Lascelles, Mbemba and James all made the back 4, as usual. Yusuf Malumbu and Shelvey also play in the midfield. Atsu is on the left. Gouffron is on the right. And Evandro is playing in behind Mitrovic, who is up front. And let's hope that we can beat Villa, because that would be embarrassing if I lose to them as well. I mean, talk about being defensive. That is a joke of a formation. How can they be playing 5-3-2 at home? Okay, so yeah, the game's kicked off, and I need a win. I mean, you know, apparently I'm under pressure already. I mean, I'm 8th in the league after 8 games. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Now, we did play very well in the last game against Swansea, and we were using Mitrovic very well and playing off him. Now, let's hope that we can actually do that this game, or if Mitrovic gets absolutely marked out the game, then this could be a problem. So we bring the ball forward here. If Andrew finds Atsu on the wing. Now, if Atsu can find a cross, Mitrovic is in the box. Oh, and Gouffron Oh, he's put it wide. I dreamed for a second there. I thought he was in. Now, looking at the stats, we're actually like all over Aston Villa at the moment, but we haven't got the goal, which could give us the lead. And Mitrovic and Bember's headed it over. Oh, I can already see how this game's going to go. We're going to get like 28 shots, and they're just going to get that one on target, and it's going to go in. Well, 0-0 at half time. I mean, this is what I'm renowned for, so just tell them we're unlucky. We're going to go and win the game now. I'm telling you, we're going to win the game. I mean, we've got Norwich at home next, so I mean, that's another 3 points in the bag. I mean, Aston Villa are really offering nothing here. I mean, what is the point of playing them? I don't know if it's Villa doing this, but they are making this game very boring. So I was actually going to like do extended highlights this game, but I mean, what's the point when nothing is happening? Alright, we're going to make some changes. Matt Ritchie, you're coming on. Dwight Gale, you're coming on. Let's see if they can actually change the game. Okay, there's a highlight. There's 86 minutes on the clock here. We need a goal. Can someone please score? No. Oh, we're just passing the ball around so slowly. Ritchie, oh, it's cleared. Oh, and Aston Villa are coming on the attack. After all that, and Aston Villa are coming on the attack. Just tackle it. Just tackle it. Oh. How could this happen to me? Yeah, so we've lost to Villa. I don't know what I can actually say about that. They only got one highlight and they scored. I did call it, actually. They got one highlight and they scored from it. I mean, I can't win consistently away from home. I mean, I've won pretty much all my home games other than one, and I've only won one away game and lost the other 4. Okay, we have Norwich next at home. We need to put this right. We need actually a win, because if we don't start winning, then this series is only going to end after 4 episodes.
Boy, if you don't get out of my fucking club, you shit manager.
Okay, so we've made a few changes to the team that's going to face Norwich, and Matt Sells obviously is in goal, and Dummett, Lascelles and Hammers all keep their places in defence, but Grant Hanley is going to come in for Mbemba, because I feel like we need a change. Diarme is going to play alongside Malumbu, Shelby has been dropped, and we're going to play Matt Ritchie in behind Dwight Gale up front, and Atsu and Gouffron keep their places. Now, please, just beat Norwich. Why are we making this hard for ourselves? I think if we lose to Norwich today, I can start worrying. But if we don't and we're back on form, we're going to win the league. Like, this happens all the time. We're going to win the game, we're going to win the league. If we lose, then panic. He finds Ritchie, he finds Malumbu. I mean, it's all tiki-taka. Why? I didn't play tiki. Gale! 1-0. We're back into the lead. I don't know why I said back into the lead. We haven't even taken it. We've just taken the lead. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But Dwight Gale scores yet again this season. And I think, you know, after last episode, I was saying that he was shit. I think I'm getting the best out of him now. I think all we needed was him to score once. And they're just going to keep coming. I mean, just give us that golden boot now. And Dwight Gale's been brought down. And it's a penalty. And it's Hadara, the former Newcastle man, who we sold actually to Norwich, who was giving it away, and I forgot who actually takes the penalties. Is it Atsu? Yeah, it is Atsu, and it's 2-0. There we go. We're gonna beat Norwich. That's it. I think that's game over. Yeah, we're up to 8th again, so we're just back where we started at the start of the episode. Now, I don't know what it is with these highlights, but they never seem to end, and we're just bringing the ball forward time and time again. Gale, 3-0! We're 3-0 up before half-time. I mean, what's going on? Norwich, they were second in the league, actually, before this game started, and we have ripped them apart. Now, I'm just going to say I'm pleased. I mean, I'm pleased with that performance. 3-0 at half-time against Norwich, who would be one of the stronger teams in the division as well. Now, we're still bringing the ball forward, and I don't know what it is about this team, but they just keep bringing the ball forward, like my Newcastle side, and I don't know why. Diarme finds Atsu. It's 4-0, and we're only 50 minutes into the game. This could be a battering. I mean, we could see 7. Demand more. I'm going to demand more. I mean, it's 4-0. Nothing's happening now. Brilliant. So it's been an easy game. I mean, I don't know why I'm beating around the bush here. It's been a very easy game for us. But Ritchie is bringing the ball for Gale for his hat trick. He's missed, but he puts in the rebound. 5-0. 5-0. I mean, if I'm winning 5-0 and you can't win a game on Football Manager 17, just delete the game. I mean, I've won 5-0. Like, when has that ever happened on any of the series I've done? I've never won 5-0. Not even in the cup games against League 2 teams I've won 5-0. So if you've enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up. We're aiming for about 75 likes this episode. Hopefully you do like it, because I did win 5-0. I didn't actually get embarrassed this time. I did the embarrassing, so you probably won't like the episode. Just like the video anyway. I mean, you know, my kids need feeding. Hopefully, next episode we'll be top of the league. Hopefully.
And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.